What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. And today we are going to be taking a torch to the new Jeep Grand Cherokee and hopefully making all of the faded plastics look a little bit better. Now, I've seen this done, not in person, but I've seen videos of guys doing it and I've never tried it myself. So we're hopefully going to have all the faded kind of gray plastics looking a little more slate gray or darker, I guess. So in theory, the only thing you need for this is a torch of some kind. This is just a $25 torch from Walmart, just a Bernzomatic propane torch. And you know, it has the little valve here on the side and the lighter. And we're gonna go around and just put heat to the plastic and make this thing dark again. Now, honestly, this thing doesn't look too terribly bad. There's some kind of faded tiger stripey looking areas on some of the bumpers. The side plastics are a little faded. Nothing, you know, obviously out of the ordinary from it sitting here, where we've got kind of some, you know, damage here on the back. You can see all the white marks and tiger striping and stuff. So this area will hopefully look nicer. Now, what I did on the first Jeep Grand Cherokee, we'll go here in the sun so we can actually see this thing. I actually had a buddy that sprayed some plastic interior dye on this stuff that was, you know, a black dye that dyed the really badly faded plastics. And what I did on the metal rocker panels after I pulled the plastic rocker panels off was just some satin black Rust-Oleum paint. And I've been able to touch up the rockers as it's seen rock damage, obviously. But that stuff has held up relatively decently. You can see kind of up here, I need to pull the bumpers and probably just try and respray with the satin black Rust-Oleum. But what I wanted to try on this, because I've never done it, was using the torch and hitting all of the plastics. Now, you supposedly need to work relatively quickly because any long amount of time you're going to melt the texture on the bumper. So we're going to turn this torch on here and see just quickly how this looks. So guys, I don't know how well you can tell or not, but this little square here versus, you know, the unheated portion honestly looks a little bit better. No, it's not black like that Jeep sitting out there, but it is at least darker, kind of more uniform color versus the kind of striped out area down here. I'm obviously going to need to kind of perfect how long to do it. Will doing it longer make it darker? Will it just melt the plastic? I have no idea. That's why I'm starting on the passenger side, so if bad things happen, I don't have to look at it every day when I'm driving this thing. Now, another thing you'll be doing as you're going around your Jeep with a torch is checking for fuel leaks, because if you've got a fuel leak, I think you'll probably find it very quickly. So let's hope you don't have any fuel leaks. I know there's no fuel leaks on this thing, but just be mindful if you've got a very rusty Jeep and rusty fuel lines, maybe this isn't the best mod or repair for you. So I'm gonna throw you guys on the tripod, start torching this thing, and then we'll look at it again and see how it looks. Again, guys, I don't know how well you can see or not, but there's some kind of striping here above the lettering, and everything is just a little bit hazier than it should be. Well guys, I've at least got some of it done, and it's not too awful bad to do. It's not terribly easy to make it super uniform and smooth, but it's a ton less effort than masking everything off and painting or dyeing or whatever you're going to be doing. That propane torch was like $25 at Walmart, and I'm obviously going to be able to do the whole vehicle and, you know, go back over. I've still got a ton left. I did kind of both sides, some of the back bumper. It's a little bit time consuming, but honestly, it's really not too bad compared to, like I said, taping everything off and painting. But, and again, I don't know how well it's going to come through on camera, but it is at least now all a darker gray, darker slate gray color versus the super light gray color, you know, sun faded that it was. I am noticing though, the plastics are kind of taking the heat differently. These door panel pieces turn really nice, kind of a dark slate color. The rockers take it a little bit less, and then the bumpers kind of take it a little bit less even, but I'm still a little bit kind of stripy just from how I was putting heat on it, but I would assume you could kind of go back through once it cools off, put some more heat on it, and hopefully get it to kind of even out. But even if this is as good as it's going to get, it still looks a ton better than what it did. And some of these are way, way worse than what this one started life as. So for 25 bucks, I'm saying it's a pretty good mod. I have not done the front bumper here, but the driver's side is pretty much done. And then, like I said, still kind of working on wrapping around on this bumper here. But again, guys, for $25, that's kind of a hard to beat mod. I would assume this would work obviously on any make and model with just that raw black or kind of gray plastic that's been baking out in the sun for an outrageously long time, multiple years. It's got to look better than what it did. So I don't know, go buy a torch, try to not burn your vehicle down. If it burns down, I didn't tell you to do it, but if it looks better, hopefully I helped you out with $25 on making your car look a little less dated and a little less sun faded out in the sun. So guys, hopefully this will help you out on your old faded vehicle like Cheap Jeep 2.0 or whatever we're calling it. And guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.